The command chamber of the Vraxian flagship Eternal Dominion hummed with barely contained chaos. Fleet Admiral Kethazar's four eyes darted between holographic displays, each one showing data that defied every principle of known physics. "The human vessel has entered the Gamma sector," reported Tactical Officer Shivren, her voice trembling despite her 20 cycles of service. Velocity holding at impossible readings. Kethazar's mandibles clicked in frustration. 3 solar rotations had passed since the unknown ship first appeared on their sensors. 3 rotations of failed pursuit, abandoned ambushes, and shattered assumptions about what space travel could achieve. The humans called their ship Defiance. A fitting name, Kethazar thought bitterly. "Communications," he barked. "Status on diplomatic channels?" "The humans respond only with coordinates, Admiral," came the reply. "They're leading us somewhere, leading them." The thought sent ice through Kethazar's circulatory system. The Vraxian Empire had ruled this spiral arm for 3,000 years. They did not get led by primitive species who should still be discovering fire, but the evidence was undeniable. The human vessel moved through space as if reality itself bent to accommodate it. Jump drives left signatures, thermal bloom, quantum residue, gravitational ripples. The Defiance left nothing. It simply went. "Admiral, incoming data packet from the human vessel," Shivren announced. It's a star map." The holographic display bloomed to life, revealing a 3-dimensional chart of local space. Red markers dotted the void, dozens of them, hundreds perhaps. Each one pulsed with menacing regularity. "What are we looking at?" Kethzar demanded. The science officer, a gray-scaled Vraxian named Tormix, manipulated the display with shaking appendages. "These markers, Admiral, they correspond to uncharted gravitational anomalies. We've detected them for years but classified them as natural phenomena. And they're not natural, sir. According to human data, these are weapons. Antimatter mines, each powerful enough to sterilize a planet. They've been here for..." Tormix paused, his voice dropping to a whisper. "For 3,000 years. Since before we arrived in this sector." The command chamber fell silent. Kethazar felt the weight of comprehension crushing down upon him. "The humans placed these?" "Negative, Admiral. According to their transmission, they discovered them. A species called the Architects left them. A civilization that allegedly spans multiple galaxies. The humans claim the Architects are watching." Another transmission arrived. This time it included audio. The voice that emanated from the speakers was distinctly human. Measured, calm, terrifying in its certainty. "Admiral Kethzar of the Vraxian Empire. I am Captain Elena Rodriguez of the Terran Expeditionary Fleet. For 3 days you've pursued us. You've fired upon us 17 times. You've declared our existence impossible." Kethzar's throat constricted. The human knew his name. Knew everything. "We didn't come to your space by accident," Rodriguez continued. "We came because Earth's deep space monitoring stations detected activation sequences in these mines. Something was preparing to detonate them. Your empire, your worlds, your 3,000 years of history would have ended in a flash of light you'd never see coming." "Impossible," Kethzar whispered, but his voice lacked conviction. "We've been disarming them for 72 hours, Rodriguez said. "Our ship's speed isn't about showing off, Admiral. It's about survival. Every mine we neutralize has a timer, and that timer is counting down. We have 14 hours left to disarm the remaining 47 devices in your occupied systems." The holographic display updated. A new layer appeared, showing trajectories and timestamps. The human vessel had indeed been racing between mine locations, and their impossible speed suddenly made horrifying sense. "Why?" Kethazar asked aloud, though he knew the human couldn't hear him. "Why would they help us?" As if anticipating the question, Rodriguez's message continued. "You're wondering why we're saving you. It's simple, Admiral. We've been where you are, standing on the edge of extinction, staring into the void. We know what it's like to be young, arrogant, and terribly, terribly vulnerable." A pause. Then, "The universe is older and stranger than either of us imagined. The Architects left these weapons as tests. Species who prove unable to see beyond their own superiority get erased. But humanity learned something in our darkest hours. We're all fragile. We all need help. Even empires." Kethazar watched the Defiance streak across his sensors toward the next mine location. The vessel that had terrified him now looked different. Not a threat, but a sentinel racing against an invisible clock. "Open a channel," he ordered. "Full diplomatic protocols." When the connection established, Cathazar stared into the human face on the screen. Captain Rodriguez looked exhausted, her species' bizarre binocular eyes ringed with dark circles. But those eyes held no malice, no triumph, only determination. Captain Rodriguez, Cathazar began, his translator rendering the words carefully. The Vraxian Empire requests assistance. Rodriguez's lips curved into what his xenopsychology briefings identified as a smile. Assistance granted, Admiral. Transmitting disarmament protocols now. Your engineers will need to work fast. We can't reach all the mines in time alone. As Vraxian ships scrambled to follow human instructions, Cathazar realized the Empire had just learned a lesson 3,000 years in the making. Power wasn't about domination. It was about being fast enough, strong enough, and humble enough to save those who didn't even know they needed saving. The Defiance vanished from sensors again, racing toward the next mine. This time, Cathazar didn't fear its speed. He thanked the stars for it.